Hey, what's happening? Before we jump into the show, I wanted to see if you had any music on a hard drive. You have a band, you have a project, and you want to self-release your own music. Well, there's an easy way to do it. You can go to distrokid.com/VIP/hyphenate and go get your music up on all the streamers. You keep 100% of your royalties, and you can get 30% off by using this code. It's a great, easy way to get your music up on the streamers and share it with your fans, your friends, your family, your mom, your dog, everybody. Everyone wants to hear it. But go to distrokid.com/VIP/hyphenate, HYPHENATE, and send me the link. I want to hear it too. Send your mom the link. Send your dog the link. They all want to hear it too. Izotope is a proud sponsor of today's episode. Do you know about their new RX12? This is the way to make your audio flawless, all-in-one audio restoration. RX's 50-plus tool ecosystem is everything you need to rescue, refine, and enhance every project, blending surgical control with rapid results. Fully flexible, RX12 includes a standalone audio editing application and suite of software plugins to use in digital audio workstations. For decades, RX has pushed what's possible in audio editing and restoration, bringing out magic in every scene, song, and story. Powered by pioneering machine learning tech, it's the supporting star behind countless Oscar, Grammys, Emmys, and the winner of a Technical Academy Award. Go get this for yourself. Izotope RX12. It's out. IZOTPE.com. For 60 years, Heel Sound has provided innovative, professional, quality sound for stage, studio, broadcast, and podcast. Grammy-winning artists and sound engineers worldwide trust Heel microphones for their legendary sound. To find out more about the full line of Heel microphones and products, visit heelsound.com. That's HEILSOUND.com. I'm using a Heel PR40 microphone right now.
I am doing well. We're 50-50 on technology today. I can't figure out if I should turn my camera off too, or if I should just stare at myself.
All right, hello, I'm here.
Oh, and video.
All right,
Let's go.
I'm back in. Okay, is it still recording? Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just cut out some of that silence, or maybe you have a good rant you're going on.
I should have just kept talking.
Some elevator music.
I could have talked about my hate of AT&T right now. This would have been thrown right in.
This is good technology rant day.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Oh, but Rick's book.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was it's so much more extensive than I even imagined. I had seen images online, and I know his work, but mostly the album artwork. And so
sure, yeah, I mean, that's how
I knew knows. Like the Jehu stuff, and then obviously like all the Hot Snakes, and then, but everything that was in that kind of style, like that kind of like a little bit of like bastardization of commercial work and cartoons and
line
that
art
kind of line art and like the mixing and matching and overlays and the funniness of like very like the Raymond Pettibone kind of like critique kind of pen and or like ink drawings, and like, so I knew those styles of his, which I thought were amazing. But then this book, it gets in, it's like he's like a master artist in every like illustrator, I would say. Like he's like, he has these just like brush drawings of people, of faces, like pages and pages and pages of faces, and just like these quick little brush illustrations of scenes and landscapes and piles of rocks, and just everything. You're going like, this maybe is one of the most like accomplished artists, like illustrative artists of our time. Like his paintings were amazing, like just unreal. I had no idea.
I mean, they really did such a great job of just capturing all of that and presenting it. I mean, that was really Rich Jacobs, who really spent a long time doing that. And so there's something very kind of just overwhelming and sad just about the whole process. The whole thing is an elegy, and of a time and a place and a friendship. And Yeah, yeah, and just so much care went into everything and how it was presented. You know, it really felt like this had to be documented in that kind of way. There was an
oh my God,
there was an
amazing.
urgency to it, but I feel like there's also a fine, like ornate sort of presentation even in this giant bound, you know, gloss. I don't know, just the production of it too. It just felt like it was made with care. It wasn't something that was just tossed off and like, oh, here's our
like a big,
here's our basic
like
art
zine or something.
Basic art book package. Here you go. Or, you know, or zine I could take because I feel like that comes from a culture. But the worst thing is when you just kind of get the like, it's a white, you know, soft cover, you know, with a kind of an inset of a piece of art and then some general Helvetica text on the front. You're like, oh, okay, it's kind of a textbook. Like this definitely feels like a giant, you know, weighty tome of you know, someone's work. And I think because he was so secretive about it or wasn't so public with stuff that outside of the band things, that this is probably the first time a lot of that stuff had been seen. And I remember talking to Sohrab and Johnny when we did the interview, and they were just saying, you know, that Rich really tracked a lot of stuff down. He had to like pull it from friends who've had things, and he had to know who had what, and from different collections and archives and things. And it wasn't just, you know, like, I don't know, we found 10 things, put them in a book. It's like, no, they went to the ends to find as much as they could and really thoughtfully present it, you know.
Well, and you can tell just by the amount of work that they included that that's probably 10%.
Right. Yeah. If he could do that, he could do more. Yeah.
And you're never going to add, you're never going to have the whole thing,
right.
You know, and that, that just looking at it, he was not an old guy and going, this was like half of the life of an artist.
Right.
You know, it's like a lot of artists that do this amount of work live into their 80s, you know, and 90s. And he's doing all of this work. And you can tell that, you know, there's stuff on pages of books and there's like crappy paper that has stains all over it and receipts and, you know, like all of these things you can just tell. And I feel like this was in the interview too, that he was just constantly drawing. Like if he wasn't like it, and you know, you have a lot of time on tour, you have a lot of time sitting around waiting, and you have a lot of time, and you know, he's doing a lot of commercial work, but I'm sure in between all those times, he's just like, you can just tell he's sitting and drawing and painting, or has like a little ink brush with him at all times, and is just like working. It's so amazing.
Yeah, I know.
I've already like sat with it for multiple hours, just going through it, going, how is this even? Like his faces to me, those pages of faces, I'm just looking at them going, I don't even understand these. Like they're so simple, but every single one, you could just tell the repetitive nature of like, get the line, get the nose, and then move on. And that's awesome. Amazing.
Incredible. Yeah, I know Sarah was saying, just all the time he spent with them on tour and all the different bands and everything they did. It's just like, I never saw him draw. Like, you know, but he must have been.
Oh, really?
Been doing. Yeah, he was saying, he's like, I don't know when he did it because, you know, he was with them all the time and on tour. So he was shocked to see the amount of work too, because it was like, it wasn't like he was a guy with an easel, you know, every time the van pulled over to get gas, he was drawing something. It's like, he, you know, pretty normal standard tour activities. So so it's surprising. Yeah, cool. I'm glad you got the book. Yeah, I feel like this was definitely one of those things in the last 12 months. I was so happy when that book came out and got to, you know, interview those guys and go to all that stuff. It was really cool. That was wild. But today we last week, thank you for reminding me that the Brian Girgus episode hadn't gone out on the Thursday night like usual.
I know. I actually got worried for you because I was like, wait, is Randy okay? Because this hasn't gone up for 2 days. I figured Thursday, I was like, oh, maybe it'll go up in the afternoon.
I swore I put it up. You know, I started the back to school. I'm going into for teacher credentialing, and this is my first week. Literally two of the classes got canceled because the teacher's Zoom didn't work, and I only had one class. But I was present for all three. You know, I'd made carved the timeout, and I did the thing and did all the homework. And I think if that's the indication of how little my brain space I have, with it only taking one class in 1 week, that already knocked out the podcast. But as I swore, because anyway, I did all the work, and I was like, I put it up. It's there. I put it up, and then, you know, maybe it's also the technology gods going against me.
Hey,
So
man,
it
these
happens.
computers are there to destroy your lives, apparently, as well as your phones.
Oh man, I thought we had it. What was your AT&T rant? What was happening?
Just
never working.
We just had to upgrade the phone. Well, Lila graduated, and we were like, okay, we're gonna finally her.
Oh, congratulations!
Her cameras,
exciting. Graduated high school.
Yeah.
One kid out of
this week, or this coming up week on Thursday is the actual graduation.
Amazing.
But she's been wanting an upgraded phone for a while, and we're like, I don't know what to tell you. You're like, her camera is broken and the screen is cracked. The whole thing.
Yeah.
So we went in to get upgraded phone, and we still like owed money on her phone. It's like, wait, what? How? We've been paying for this phone forever,
for 5 years.
What are you talking about? Yeah. And then so like, well, if you get a new line and then we'll update this and we'll it's actually going to be cheaper in the long run, and we're looking at the numbers, we're like, okay, so it's going to be, your monthly bill is going to be this. And like, okay, it's cheaper. And it seems like we're getting a deal, but you have to keep this one for a month and then do this, this, and this. And then I get the bill and it's like $140 more expensive. And they
like, what part was cheaper?
And there was one thing, it's like the
connection fee
had a $35 connection fee or whatever. And then this other thing, and then they put on like $50 of insurance every month. I'm like, what? We never did that. And then since we went like 1 week earlier before June, we prepaid like $18 of the $50 of insurance for last month. But then it's for 4 phones, but our other phones are so old we can't even insure our
it's hilarious
phones. And so it's just for one phone. And I'm like, wait, what? And then I went to I'm like, well, I'm going to cancel this part. And I went to cancel, and that's the only link on the whole website that had a error message last night to cancel the insurance. No, every single other link worked. And then I went to click that one, and I'm like, why doesn't this link work? And then it goes, something has gone wrong. Please call your AT&T. And I'm like, you
bastards.
Dude, I'm like, no wonder people are pissed right now.
But
I'm just like, why? I mean, yes, we all hated paying for our phones, whatever. We all hated all that stuff. But you really would go in and pay for your phone, and it was like, yep, your phone is $60 a month. There was no anything else. It was like, no, it was $60.
Yeah. I mean, to get charged,
you feel like
charged per text. Do you remember this? Like, you went over.
I know all that.
You sent one too many texts this month, so it was going to be an extra $40. Like, what?
Totally. But since it's been like the all-inclusive, whatever, for 20 years, right? For 15 years,
easy.
It's been, and you just knew, like, it wasn't like, oh my God, wait, so why are there 48 things I'm getting charged for that's back charged, overcharged, this? And you're sitting there talking to someone, they're like, no, trust me. And then every time you walk away from a trust me now, it's like, why are you all trying to screw over the people that live next door to you?
Yeah,
like,
that's the only option.
Stop with the like, oh my God, big daddy corporate overlord is going to love me one day. No, they're not. None of them are going to. And they're going to screw you just as much as they're screwing all of us. Get on our side.
Yeah.
Screw over the company you work for if it's a huge company. Please. Because you need friends on the outside when you get fired. Because no one's going to like you if they all know you by the AT&T
especially
person, person that worked at the car dealership that screwed over the mom who's trying to make the money, and you didn't give them the right thing. And you go, sorry, this is just business. Business is business. I'm like, it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
It's so, and it literally is like everything now. You can't because you can't live without a phone. I'm sorry, you just can't. Our system is
expected of you
now built
that
like you can't work without getting emails on your phone, right? You can't like, you just can't.
Yeah, I'll check my email next week when I turn on my laptop at home. When I go to the library and log into my email once a week.
Or just everybody like sends messages through Instagram. Like, well, I know that they'll message, I don't even have email,
right?
Like even our kids, like we're like, check your email because your school is sending you emails. Like, I don't know my email address. Like, oh God. Yeah. Anyway, so that's my rant. So now I have to like go down to the AT&T store and sit there while they try to like sell me another thing and go, guys, could you please stop
selling me things? I can't afford you to sell me any more things.
I can tell right here on my bill that I'm paying too much. And every time you go, wow, you don't want to cancel that because that's going to, and I'm like, no, I don't believe you. But then you do it. And then you go, they were right. Now I owe another $60 for something. What do I owe $60 for? Just tell me.
Yeah.
Just tell me, hit me in the back of the head really hard and tell me what I owe $60 for that I didn't yesterday. And then we can all go on our merry way and buy a $6 apple at the store, a physical apple that I'm supposed to eat. And I'm like, oh, an apple is $2, $3. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
What? Huh? Okay. What am I supposed to eat? No, eat this granola. No, I just like, it's there's nothing. I just have nothing to eat. I can't go anywhere. Gas too expensive.
Yeah.
Welcome to summer.
Yeah.
I'm just going to sit and read my new Rick Froberg book.
Hey, there we go.
Yay.
Yeah. No, I mean, I remember getting the sense early on, we can move off of this, but I remember getting the sense early on this Trump 2.0 thing. It was like, it really is a war on the poor, and I don't know if it was a talking point or if it was something that was had, but I was like, I think that the plan seems to be to degrade the quality of life for people under the 1%, it's not even, just put the hurt on everybody's and degrade the quality of life so much that the hope will be just asking for it to be as like it was before. And so for him,
which was not
for him to improve people's life, he just has to take his foot off of your throat a little bit, or this bigger corporate greed, or all this kind of stuff of like, oh yeah, well I could improve it, but with the degradation of life and the hard quality and the choking and the low ability to breathe, that's kind of the norm now. And it's like, it wasn't before. Everybody was just living. Like, yeah, it's gonna be a lot harder to do now. This living thing. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, it's like when people are starting to say like, I miss the days of George Bush. When Republicans were, like you just start hearing that stuff of like, look at these old things that George Bush actually talking about real policy and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, guys, no. It wasn't great back then either. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
No.
Everybody was bad then too.
The personal life is still, it's we'll see. To be continued for the rest of our lives.
What I really do think with this whole administration now is that the reins are off, and the big companies like who might have been scared before to get reined in, or they might have been scared before to get sued, or like class action lawsuits or whatever, that fear, and you can just tell that fear is just gone. Like with any big business, not even big businesses, like middle-sized businesses, like car dealerships, like anything, like you can just tell that they're like, nobody's here to support you. Like, sorry.
Government
like even when
is done.
Michelle's old car, which we just had so many problems with for the last couple of years, and she's still paying on it. And it was in the shop like every 3 months and like maybe getting paid for, maybe like she had, but every single time the person at the counter was like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. This is kind of, we have people with these problems and, you have that insurance, or you have that, you're paying for that warranty. That warranty is out. It's not with our dealership. That's with the other dealership, but it's actually a third-party warranty system. So we're going to have to, I'm like, well, we got the warranty through.
But you sold it to us. Yeah. Why is this not the thing?
So they do this. And like, who's they?
They
is you. Stop saying they. They is you. Sorry, you work for they.
Yeah, you are.
Like this is not like this. You're not going to separate yourself.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you work at a counter for a crappy company, but you don't get to separate yourself by saying, "Hey, sorry, the guys in the back are just like, I'm just a little guy." I'm like, "Yeah, you're a little guy who's like not helping. Stop it. Stop not helping. If I was your aunt or your mom coming in, trust me, you'd be helping. You'd be like, hey, I'll give you the 20%, blah, blah, blah,
yeah.
blah, blah, whatever." And you're like, and this happened so many times. And then, and with every person at the counter, I'm like, none of you people, no one's scared of the consumer, quote unquote, the customer. anymore. And I do feel like there was a little fear that you were going to lose customers in the past at certain times, where there was a little bit like, hey, the customer's always right, which is not a great thing either because the customer's not always right. But that there was this sense of like, hey, just because of the morals of it, we want to try to not lose customers. So let's try to like get good reviews and whatever. And now it's just, it really, like, so many places are like, what? Why are you even here? Can you just leave? I'm trying to get on my phone. Like the multiple places that I've gone in the past, like you stop with the person like, okay, cool, thanks. And they sit back and go on their phone and start scrolling. And I'm like, oh my God, we're in this place where everybody's working in between scrolls. They're just trying to work to scroll. Like, we're working to scroll. We're trying to get done with, like, just let me get on my little thing. I mean, it even at school, the last week of my school was last week. Yeah. And the last week of my school was last week. And so the last couple of days, they're super half days. Like every class is 30 minutes and everybody's getting ready for graduation and stuff. And the first thing, everybody, when they walk in, they go, can we go on our phones? I'm like, what? No, we go on our phones.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're in here for 25 minutes, you guys. And you got to help me like clean this stuff and put away where I'm giving back artwork, blah, blah, blah. I know, but we'll be quiet. Can we go on our phones? I'm like, you guys are addicts. I just sat there. I mean, like, they know.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, oh, no, I could totally do this without it, but it's just fun. I'm like, yeah, that's what an addict says. Trust me. You'll look back and go, oh my God, I was not, on my phone or a game.
It's a culture.
Ever.
No. Well,
yeah.
No.
And then all of a sudden the class was quiet. I'm like, sure. On one of the days, I'm like, I'm trying to get my grades in. Sure. Guess what? You guys get to go on your phones for like the last 10 minutes. Class was silent.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my God. As much as you guys like that,
I hate this.
I'm like you. I think that they are better in a lot of ways. They're more open to each other. They talk more. They communicate more with each other than we did about, like, they're more open to differences of ideas, and they're more broad. Like, they have more broad openness in general, I think, than we did. Like, we were so segregated. Like, even the punks didn't like the metal kids, and like, I mean, I like Metallica, but I also like maybe DRI. They're there in between, right? Or whatever. These were discussions that we had as kids, and now the kids are like, yeah, I don't know. He wears weird pants, they
don't care.
And there's way less, but man, the phone thing is just like the control of like, if everybody just let them sit on their phones all day, like, they really just would, because that's where, I mean, I'll be honest, it's a pretty interesting place, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's built to be pretty interesting. Like, you're looking
everything
and
you
seeing
want
people
to see in your face.
Like,
yeah.
That's where kind of culture is now in a lot of respects. And so I don't know how we got on this.
I don't know.
Speaking of culture, though,
yeah.
Did you end up going to the Lowercase show?
No, I wasn't able to go. I wanted to, and then we had another show we'd already had tickets for. But yeah, I know they played Zebulon last night or Saturday night.
Yeah, yeah. I was excited. That interview was so good.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it was fun hearing from another side of like a duo too. Hearing Ahmad's side and then getting to hear Brian's side.
And hearing, and it's definitely got me back into listening to those records. I listened to the second record a lot.
Okay.
Back then.
Right.
But I hadn't really listened to the first record a ton. I knew, like, I was like, oh, okay, I know this song. There's like a couple songs on there that I knew, but really listening through the whole thing and then knowing the story and knowing that they're like desert kids. Like,
I had no idea. I thought they were from the Pacific Northwest, because I didn't know there was like an
so did
connection. I didn't know there was a LA thing at all.
I totally thought that they were like an Olympia band or something even back then, just because of the sound too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, it makes sense. Like Olympia or Portland, I mean, I knew they weren't Portland because I was in Portland,
but somewhere in that area.
So to find out they were like desert kids that were running around LA and Yeah, it's awesome. Love that.
Yeah, I love hearing about like the like those 80s goth, like the 80s goth scene in LA too. It's so funny, it's like it's the sub genre of the LA underground, I think, in some ways. Whenever I hear people that have stories about that stuff, it's like, ooh, you were really going out there, because there's the punks, but then like the goth punks, or basically the death rockers of Southern California had a whole other kind of world of stuff. There was a band, Christian Death, that was from Pomona, and there was which is the town right next to the town where I grew up, and there was like a cemetery, right? Kind of off a thing, like behind a freeway, underneath an overpass, behind an old road and a tree, and people would go there to drink, and you kind of knew about it, but I was also like, this is kind of too weird. And there were definitely kids, that would dress up for like with the full, kind of black lace goth kind of thing, like in a very kind of like death bride kind of thing, like almost like wearing like a full wedding dress, but it was all in black. And I remember like, oh wow, like pancake white makeup and things. And I was like, okay, this is there's something going on here that I don't know about. But they were emulating, from another generation, because by that point in the 90s, it was already kind of, changed into something else. But it was definitely felt like, wow, okay, this is not the world I know at all.
We had 2 girls at our high school that were goth, and nobody knew what that was. And
but it's got to be
like
2.
They were obviously.
It feels like the same. It's like what we had. Like, okay, like they make a pact. Okay, we're the friends. We're gonna be goth. Let's go.
Yeah, and they're like so scary. Like, two kids to like to
by design, right?
Yeah, like full, but like all black. Black lipstick, the whole thing, and pancake white makeup. But you're in Spokane, Washington.
Sure.
And in not even in like the city of Spokane. You're like out in the county. Like way out in the South Hill, where behind the school is like woods for miles.
Sounds spooky.
And so we're all like, nobody's connected to any kind of goth scene or anything. It's like no one's even near the city of Spokane, which is not even a real city, which is a large town. And so then these 2 girls, and they had. And very cool. Like looking back now and going like,
good for you,
wow, girls. How cool. Amazing.
You went for it.
And totally. 2 girls. And then I ended up knowing, because they were maybe a year older. They might have been 2 years older. So then it was even more scary, because I was a sophomore and they were seniors. And then I meet this kid, and we're talking super nerd, like D&D nerd, the whole like, and he's like, yeah, this is my sister. And I'm like, whoa, wait, what? That's your sister? He's like, yeah. And I was like,
now this is coming.
Yeah, this is amazing. Okay. This. I feel like this is movie material. It's like Wonder Years or something, but like the 90s.
Yes. And nerdier and gothier.
Yeah, but with the super goth sister, and then the like really nerdy brother. I loved it. Yeah, I don't know why that is one of those things. Well, I'm never going to forget this.
Oh man, it's incredible. Funny. Yeah, well, it was cool. Yeah, it was cool talking to Brian, and then I totally didn't keep up with them. I didn't know he was in those other bands, Nods, and was it Track Stars?
Yeah,
and,
I didn't know those bands.
Yeah, I know we'd crossed paths and probably played with them on some shows and stuff, but I never put together the Lowercase connection. So
that's rad.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Yeah, and I'd been to Western Station, his beer and wine store bar. It's right off of Colorado in Eagle Rock. Right?
Is it in that little mini mall that always has like? It's like kind of over on the Trader Joe's side of things.
No, it's right before the 2, like just past the car wash, or right by the car, the big car wash in Don Cuco's,
over by the Target.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, it's on that side. Okay.
Yeah. It's cool though. Yeah. Jessica.
But next time I go into
work there, I think we went for Bjorn's birthday one year. And
nice.
Yeah, it's fun. It's nice. So feels like he's doing all right. One of those kind of things like, oh, good. I'm glad life worked out. You never know. How some of these stories go. I'm like, oh wait, what's gonna happen next? Like, okay. You got a bar, you're married, you got okay, you're doing good. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a wild roller coaster.
Yeah. it has definitely gotten me into listening to a lot more of that 90s, like the
Oh my God.
because also listening to that, I'm like, all right, okay, I got to put Unwound back on the heavy rotation.
Yeah.
I had one of those. I don't remember the name of the record, but I had one of the most popular Unwound record was the only CD in my car for like a year when I was in Portland. So I can remember. It's one of those where I'm like, yep, and then it's 3 seconds, and then this song starts.
I love that when you know a record inside out.
Yeah,
definitely helps.
I think it might have even been stuck in my CD player for a while. One of those things where you're like, I'll get this out one day. I'm like, I'm glad it's this record.
Was it Fake Train or the New Plastic Ideas?
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, New Plastic Ideas.
Yeah. I had Neil Young Harvest stuck in my, was it a tape player? It might have been a CD player, but it was stuck in my car for about a year and a half. And that was a good one to have on. I was like, okay, well, and now I thoroughly know Neil Young.
I feel like those random things can be life-changing on accident.
Oh, totally.
Because I really do think I think about it. I'm like, yeah, no, I listen to that Unwound record constantly. And it really is like those bands that are in that genre, whatever that genre is, like kind of post-alternative, but also like weird time signatures, slow, like kind of yelly, but then soft talking. Everybody probably, it probably all started at Slint,
maybe,
and went from there.
Yeah,
but most of it did probably. But then that really, like, if I hear any new bands like that, I'm like, yep, put it on the playlist. Or even like this, one of your old conversations, someone brought up Facts.
Oh yeah. Brian from 90 Day Men.
Brian's.
Yeah.
His band. Who was it? Oh, when they were talking about, what's the band you recorded?
Lifeguard. Yeah.
Lifeguard. I didn't know that he was the son of, wait, not Brian though.
Yeah.
He's the son he's the son of Brian.
Yeah.
Okay. Also the great name of a band, the Son of Brian.
Son of Brian. We were talking the other day. We noticed there's no more. But
then
I
started going back.
When was the last time we met a Michael?
Facts.
Oh, sorry, we're talking over each other. I was saying.
I have a couple Michaels in my
younger Michaels. Oh, okay. I've not met a young Michael. I've not met a Michael under 40 in years.
Yeah, I have a Michael and a Mike this year, but I didn't last year. I don't think.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Steve.
Maybe it's coming back.
Tom, Steve, Dan. Those were a lot of those.
Ooh. Yeah, Dan. I haven't not a Dan. I had one Aaron.
Okay.
Last year.
There you go. The name,
but the only one.
It's moving forward. Sorry, but yeah. Anyway,
Facts is
great. Are great. Yeah. It's just they're so good. Yeah, Brian's awesome. When we were doing the record, it was nice. They had a day where the dads came down and hung out in the studio. And I think I could appreciate Brian wanting to be involved, also not wanting to be involved and kind of be hands off.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's cool. He's very supportive. And I think when they came out here to tour, nobody was over 25 at that point. And so he rented a minivan and drove around for the shows. They did a bunch of shows when we mixed that record. So he rented the minivan and kind of drove him around. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Remember having to be over 25 to rent a car? Yeah.
That's what I feel like. That's the situation our friend Neil was in with Tate and their band, because he would go drive them for their first couple of years, but most of them weren't even 19. I think maybe one kid was 19. But then he's like, "Yeah, we're going to Chicago," and so he'd go with them, and
it was incredible.
Rent the hotel room, and
somebody has to have a credit card. Somebody has to
has to do something.
Oh my God. Yeah. I remember being us kids. We weren't much older than, we were 19, 20 and trying to figure out how to tour and stuff or play shows. And it was like, nobody had credit cards or nobody's old enough. Nobody had any money. So we're just driving around in our own cars, trying to get out places to play shows. I think Dean's dad had one of those like conversion vans, with like a carpet kit in it and like captain chairs that could swivel and stuff. And it was the license plate was called Spunt 5. So that was just the name of the van. So I think he like worked out some trade with his dad or something where he got the Spunt 5 to drive around, and it became the tour van. So we would our first, kind of like home shows. And then once we started going out of town, we would all pile in the Spunt 5, but it got terrible gas mileage, and it was, probably an 80s van. And now we're in the early 2000s, definitely over 20 years old, and bad gas mileage, and shit broke. We had a tie rod fall apart, which is the thing that connects the steering wheel to one of the wheels somewhere in the Midwest, in like Minneapolis or something. And so we're driving down the highway, people were pointing at us like, sparks, sparks coming from your car, you have to pull over. Like, huh? What? No, we're fine, we're good, thanks. Like, no, the next guy honking, you got to pull over. There's like sparks trailing from our car. Oh, it was great. And then you try to pull over, and then only one wheel turns, the other one just stays straight. Like, kind of like skid it off the road. Like, it's terrible. Like, we think we're just fine. Like, hey, we're good. We're 20.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Probably all, by that point, we were probably 20, 21, 22. Just driving around the country in a sparking van.
Oh my God.
Still no credit card. Well, I might have had a credit. I think I got a student credit card that like 35% interest, which is really nice of them.
Yeah,
that's so normal, good. Right? That's normal for a 19-year-old, 20-year-old kid to have a 35% interest card.
Yeah. What else would you do as a company than try to just
children
strip young people of their dignity at all costs? Don't worry, you'll never get out of this one.
You put $500 on here, it's going to be owing $5,000 by the end of 2 years. Genius.
Oh my God. Yeah, we should have got into the credit card company business.
That's
where the money's at.
Parking lots
is where it's at.
Because it goes with inflation. It's the kind of thing, you pay $70 to park somewhere. You're like, I don't think that's right. I'm like, well, where else are you going to go?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm parking here.
It's right. Because I said it's right.
Yeah. That's the price. And then, but again, and it's that same thing.
Right.
The people that work at parking lots, they don't know. You take the ticket, that's what it costs. But I don't want to pay that, or I can't pay it. Like, the owner doesn't exist. You just hire minimum wage people to stand around the parking lot, go with a vest, and go, I don't know.
Yeah.
Park here. Park
I own a city block in downtown Los Angeles, and it's just for cars to park at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My only fear, exactly. If you're in some kind of high density zone like that, which is probably where all the money is there's definitely got to be some kind of mafiosa type, strong arm. Like you try to start your own parking lot, like Joe's or whatever. No, not Joe's parking lot. That's the big one. But random guy, mom and pop parking lot, and like, oh no, we're going to destroy you.
Yeah.
We're going to blow up your
Suddenly
parking lot.
I have no feet.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
the parking lot wars. That definitely has to be a movie, right? The parking lot game.
There's definitely bodies under all of those parking lots.
You're right. There's a lot of cement, a lot of asphalt. It's an easy place to get rid of people.
Yeah.
And they just
why do they keep digging holes in that cement and then paving it over? I don't know.
Hey, don't look into it. You want
to just don't ask Jimmy. That's what I say.
There's plenty of room down there. We got room for a couple more guys. You want to keep asking questions? You get a permanent parking spot. I'll get you a good deal on it.
Yeah. They keep just driving a dump truck here every night.
Speaking of
Jimmy owns the dump too.
Speaking of poly and enforcers, what about Rocky 1 from 1976? The summer of 76 rolls on. Last week we had Taxi Driver. This week we're going to Rocky 1, Sylvester Stallone's debut massive hit film.
When did Taxi Driver and Rocky release? What were their release dates?
That is a good question.
Because I had a question about one of his lines at the end.
Oh, so it took place at the premiere took place at the Paramount Theater, New York City, Saturday, November 20th, 1976.
Rocky?
Yeah.
Okay. Then when was
Taxi Driver released?
Taxi Driver.
It's the kind of thing, though, they weren't always... like we do now where it's on 15,000 screens all at once. Some of these things would, start and then, New York, LA, and then would go wide later. But it's saying came out February 8th, 1976. So you got February and
like 9
November.
months apart or almost 12 months apart.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the very end, when he's looking at Apollo Creed, he goes, is he talking to me? Is he talking to me? Is he talking to me? And I was like,
is this a reference?
Wait, these are so close to each other. Is this random, or is he referencing, because that would mean that they would have had to shot the movie
I wonder.
after the release. Which, I mean, like, there's no way they shot the movie and released it within 8 months, but maybe.
Principal photography for Rocky began on January 9th, 1976.
Oh, so I bet they threw that in. I bet they threw that in right at the end. And be like, oh my God, this is going to be hilarious. Is he talking to me? Is he talking to me?
Potentially, they could have seen an early screening of it. Yeah.
I mean, it would make sense if they shot for a couple months, maybe, and then did some, because that final scene must have been like a pretty heavy lift. So they probably shot it at the end.
Yeah.
All they would have had to shot is like one day after February, whatever.
Right. It's February 8th. So yeah, within a month, if they start shooting on January 9th.
It's like, just put this in real quick. I just saw the movie last night. It's hilarious.
It's going to be the thing.
Is he talking to me? Is he talking to me? Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
It was wild how quick they could shoot a movie in January and release it in November. No big
especially
effects.
On film.
Yeah.
Film editing. Like, you're not digitally editing. You have to like splice and
you're just
cut and splice
cutting film together, developing it, color timing, soundtrack, boom.
Yeah.
How good is
not much of a soundtrack. Well, not much of one though. Like, it's very even. Like, it's great. The dun, da, da, da,
sure.
Da, 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 da. Like, obviously that became like the song of the century. But but it was very like, even
not. It was very sound throughout it.
Yeah, it was very quiet. The whole movie, even the fight scene and everything, the song and everything was very quiet. Even when he'd go out jogging and they'd have like the disco version, like it was real. Yeah, I don't know. The whole movie was way more subtle than I remember. Like, everything was.
It's very slow, right? It's not the big bombastic, Rockies and Rambos that we would see.
Yeah, but that I thought it was interesting having this one and Taxi Driver, because you have like the single white male being trodden, being stepped on. Society has thrown them to the side, and these are like the different options to take. The violent option of like, I'm going to make society under my own, like what I think society should be, which is Taxi Driver, of like, I'm going to go and right all the wrongs. And Rocky is like, I just want to finish the fight. Like, I just want to see myself succeed in something. And I don't like, everything else doesn't really matter. All I want to do is finish. I want to go the whole 15 rounds. I want to make it out the other side or whatever.
Yeah. It's about surviving.
And I think,
yeah.
And
he doesn't even win. He doesn't even win the fight. I mean, that's a big thing. I mean,
he loses, and they don't even, and they don't even, like, he doesn't even hear the final. He's just, Adrian.
Right. Love wins. Oh yeah, it's a love story, right? Like, yeah,
it's a love story, and it's mostly about him just like finishing something, or getting like some recognition and finishing something, but it doesn't really matter. Like, the win doesn't matter. As like him, he was happier that he ran up to the top of the stairs than when he won the fight.
Yeah. He's pushing himself to be better, to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was trying to look for little things that, he was the only one that was ever wearing sweats. Like those gray, the tucked in horrible gray sweats. Like, everybody else was always in like nice shorts and like a nice white shirt when they were training and stuff. And he always had that, like, the blue collar guy. But then when he went to look at the stadium and he looked up and he saw himself in his shorts, he's like, those aren't the shorts I'm wearing. I'm wearing white shorts with a red stripe. And the guy says, it doesn't matter. Well, but then at the end, his shorts end up being red because of all the blood, like the blood from his face and everything coming down. Yeah. So he did end up in red shorts. I thought that was cool. Like,
There's been clips that have come out recently. I just seen it in the last year on social media that said that was actually a mistake, that the big thing they printed for the production was wrong, and he's,
oh, really?
Yeah.
And he actually maybe was even really telling him, like,
he ad-libbed that. Yeah. Like, that's not the right thing. Like, I'm not even wearing the right, because the production.
Oh, yeah, that's an actual ad.
Yeah. The production team, whoever was making the film had him in the wrong colored shorts than what he was wearing. And they kind of went with it. They're like, oh, well, this works for the character. This is what he would do.
That's funny.
Definitely. It's a real moment.
Well, they ended up being red shorts anyway by the end.
Yeah. Yeah. Incredible. But yeah, what I
thought was,
sorry.
Yeah. He was awesome. He's such a weird looking guy. Like even looking there, like, yeah, what a strange face for someone on film.
Yeah.
Like he really does have kind of the everyman kind of like, weird looking guy, like weird looking, confident guy, super confident, weird looking guy. And he, what was I going to say?
I was going to
say something else.
Talia Shire, Adrian, right? She's Francis Ford Coppola's sister. Do you know this? And she's the mom. She's the mom of Jason Schwartzman and Robert Schwartzman.
Oh, Jason Schwartzman's mom, right? Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so
that's right. I didn't know that she was Francis Ford Coppola's sister, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's what I was going to say. The 1976, like the fact that it's like the bicentennial, and it's very American
in Philadelphia,
yeah. And he comes in, Apollo Creed comes in, like acting like George Washington. And he's like the big guy, like hey, I'm America. And he's flashy and all that. And it very much is like the same thing as Taxi Driver, as like this politician coming in and being flashy and being like, hey guys, I'm here to help you. I'm going to be your guy. Like you guys can all love me or whatever. And he beats the crap out of him, but he still doesn't win. Yeah. And I feel like this is
the underdog.
Taxi Driver.
The year of the underdog.
The Taxi Driver, he was like, I'm going to beat the politician. I'm going to take him out. And then I'm going to be the guy. But then he doesn't take out the politician. The politician gets away. And then he still loses.
He kills the pimp and probably dies in the process. But lives his dream.
And he doesn't get the dream or whatever. And I feel like this is the same thing of like, this is the personal, like he got his personal
personal best
goals, but he still loses.
But I think
he still loses to America, right? Like he still is like, America still won. Even after all of that hard work and whatever, that still the machine, quote unquote, America the machine came out on top.
Well, I think that's part of it too, right? This is the post, Vietnam hangover, but just barely, you know what I mean? I think the country's still, post Watergate, post JFK, post, Vietnam, where the idea of anybody actually winning would seem unrealistic. Maybe there's a theory, but that if to make something that would be considered real, or to want to be a film that was considered a piece of art, and to actually be considered, you couldn't have the happy ending. Like that's so unrealistic. Nobody would believe it. That's not the world they're living in. This is that world of like, we've lost. Like this is we are not winning. Life is not like that now. And the stories reflect that. And I think in those ways, you can definitely see if you were teaching this to a class, of cultural criticism, like what do you see about the society in this? You know what I mean? But it also, I think, paves the way for 1 year later, we're in fucking outer space. We blew up the Death Star with magic. Like I think there was the hangover was about to be exploded, like a planet killing star destroyer. It was about the hangover. I think the audience was just like, we're done being depressed. We'd rather live in outer space and pretend Ronald Reagan, would elect an actor to be president, and we're all going to do cocaine and get credit cards, buy new cars.
Just do it.
The Japanese make cheap, electronics. We're going headfirst into the future. We're done.
Lifestyle of the rich and famous. Yeah, I mean, totally, and even this makes me think too that kind of set the stage. I'm sure it was set before that, but set the stage for that like gritty American movie that's depressing, that's hits hard and heartfelt, and all of that stuff that still happens today with realistic, like real movies about real people.
Sure.
And that
Depictions
that
of it,
still
yeah.
like that trope still goes through, but that you're right about that upper. They're like, well, we don't want to always talk about this trope, but no one's going to believe it if everything turns out okay. So what we have to do is go into fantasy. So now we're going to have fantasy, and where everybody can win, the good guy can win. We're going to have superhero movies where the good guy always wins, and we're going to have Star Wars, and we're going to have where the good guys always win, but it never happens on real Earth.
Right.
In real life,
we gotta go
because everybody knows, like, well, that's not believable.
Yeah.
But I could believe that Luke Skywalker wins. Yeah, sure.
It's not happening here on Earth.
That grew up on another planet.
Yeah, but I will say, but the film was super popular according to Wikipedia. Just quick half-assed internet research. The production budget was $1 million, and
that's it.
It was the highest grossing film released in 1976 in the United States and Canada, and the second highest grossing film in 1977 behind Star Wars. So it was a huge, they said the percentage return was over 11,000%. So for $1 million to make worldwide box office, $225 million.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I read that the director won best director for that.
Richard Avildsen. Yeah. Let's see here.
Yeah,
well, I know
he won best director
screenplay.
For that year.
I think Sylvester Stallone screenplay. Is that right? Let's see. Golden Globes, Academy Awards, Best Picture. Oh yeah, won Best Picture that year for the the producers. Best Director John G. Avildsen, who would go on to direct Karate Kid. Best Actor nominated Stallone. Talia Shire nominated actress. Oh, everybody across the board. Burgess Meredith nominated and then Burt Young both for supporting actor. And the original screenplay nominated, did not win, but editing, Richard Halsey and Scott Conrad won.
Wow,
that's pretty good.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was all over the Academy Awards that year.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, and led to the invent of the
running up the stairs.
Forget running up the stairs. the Steadicam.
Oh right, yeah,
the Steadicam, like all sorts of stuff.
Amazing. But yeah, it's interesting. You go from Rocky 1 to Rocky 3. There's a big difference, right? Because by Rocky 3, that's Mr. T.
Drago? Is that the
No,
Russian?
That's Rocky 4.
Oh.
Rocky 3, he's fighting Mr. T.
4.
He fights Hulk Hogan in the beginning. Hulk Hogan like throws him out of the ring. Do you remember this one?
Right.
And then there's the little robot. The Polly, the brother's got a robot, and they suggest that maybe he's having sex with a robot.
I don't remember that.
Oh, well, Rocky thing's pretty good. It's the Rocky 2 is basically just a redo of Rocky 1, except he wins, but it's almost an exact remake. And then Rocky 3, it's the height of the 80s, and now he's living high on the hog, and he's super famous. And then Apollo wants a rematch because Apollo wants to get his back, and Rocky's gotten fat and slow, and
that's it. That's
successful.
Rocky 3.
Rocky 3, yep. And then Rocky 4. I will break you, Ivan Drago.
Anti-Russian, Ivan Drago.
which is really fun if you do watch. If you or anyone listening happens to rewatch Rocky 4, it's one of the shortest films ever made, and it's mostly montage. I want to say it's like half montage. It's like all music,
really,
and cutting. Yes, it is her. It's okay. So Rocky 4 is 1985. So they go Rocky 1, 76, Rocky 2, 79, Rocky 3, 82, Rocky 4 by 85. They're really
wow.
And then Rocky 4, 85, Rocky 5, 1990. That one doesn't count. That one's bad.
What was Rocky 5?
Rocky 5 was he like fights in an alley. He like got to train a kid from the streets. It's pretty bad.
Okay.
But Rocky 4, man. Does they have a running time on this one? 91 minutes. So I guess hour and a half, but it just goes by so fast because it's these montages. It's like Sylvester Stallone just running on the beach,
like running in the snow,
chopping wood. Drago's in the machine lab working his biceps, and they're like got the computer readouts, the highest.
Those Russians,
they got
with all their technology.
Yes.
There's evil tech, but the Americans are still scrappy.
Yeah, he's chopping wood and he's lifting it. The natural natural build.
What's the percentage that was completely paid for by the CIA? What do you think? I would say 100%.
Could be. It was directed by Sylvester Stallone, Rocky IV.
Okay.
So he's winging it. He's going fast and loose with that one.
When was Rambo?
Rambo is 1982. Let me see. Yeah, 82. First Blood. It's not even called Rambo. It's First Blood.
First Blood.
You're right. Starring John Rambo. 1982. That's great, and that's still kind of realistic.
Wow. 82.
First Blood is good. Yeah, but he had already done 3 Rockies by then, right? Or no, 2 Rockies. So he did 76, 79, and then 82 is First Blood.
Did you have a Rambo knife?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
With like the little
compass on the bottom.
Yeah. And you could twist it off and you could keep dry matches. You needed the dry matches to put it in the inside.
Yeah. We had that, we had those for real.
And a little leather laces, shoelaces you put around the thing. You tie it to your calf or to your hip or whatever.
We had those for real, and we would take them camping and use them.
Yeah.
For real. It wasn't like, oh yeah, this is like the coolest thing ever.
Oh, it's the best. Real hard metal knife. You could cut things with that. It's saw blades, and then you could cut things, and it was great. Yeah, I loved it.
Oh yeah, it had all the stuff inside the knife. You'd open it up.
And it had pack dry matches, like those big wooden matches, and it was wrapped in plastic, so you had to keep them dry.
Yeah, and it had little
string,
like the metal. It's almost like a metal wire.
Oh yeah,
you could saw. Yeah. You could saw logs with little tiny sticks.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh my god,
the best.
We were so easily
piece of wire with
Randy.
2
this is great.
Keychains on the other side of it. You had to go. You could jump out of trees with it. It was perfect.
I could survive. Everybody back then, though, there's the Karate Kid had the headband. Rambo had the headband.
That first one's really
Headbands
good.
Were big.
One of my favorite commentaries is George P. Cosmatos on First Blood Part 2, which is really. I just thought the name of it, First Blood Part 2.
Oh, First Blood Part 2.
It's not Second Blood.
And that one's called Rambo 2, right?
I think it's First.
Is that Rambo?
Pretty sure. Let's see. Get it correct. I'm fairly certain. Oh, Rambo : First Blood Part 2. Released in 1985.
First Blood Part 2.
Yeah, that just boggles the mind. They're like, why would you call it First Blood Part 2?
Don't worry about it. It's gonna happen. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
George P. Cosmatos is a Greek director, and I think he kind of got known for being like a straw man director. There was sort of the word was that Stallone could sort of direct through him. So if Stallone didn't get the directing job or didn't want or what the politics of it all, George P. Cosmatos would sit in the director role, but Sylvester Stallone would just tell him what he wanted it to see and would do.
Right.
But again, that could be apocryphal. I don't know if that's true, but that's rumors, allegations. But the commentary is amazing. I remember watching it when I worked in the video store because he has this thick kind of Greek accent, and it's really, he sounds really bored or sleepy while he's doing the whole thing. But he would talk. I remember that my favorite part was he describes what he likes about each scene as the scene comes up on the screen. He's like, in this scene, there is a lot of water. I like water on the screen, so the water looks good. In this next scene, you will see there's action in the front and in the back. I like it when there is action on the front and the back. In this scene, there is a lot of leaves. If you notice, the leaves are in the scene. I like it when there are leaves. It's like, oh God. He just does that for an hour. Or an hour, whatever, hour and a half, however long the movie is. It's hilarious. You're like, I don't know if he directed this movie. I think he might just be describing the movie that we're watching here. Or just,
are you going to pay me for this too? Just to sit here and talk? Yes. Perfect. That's what I do.
I think it was, yeah. But his son, George P. Cosmato's son, has become I think he directed Mandy. Did you ever see this one? This Nicolas Cage movie?
No.
Oh my God. It's his son became a cool director. Let me see if I can find what his son did. Oh yeah, so George P. Cosmatos did Cobra also. Have you seen this Sylvester Stallone movie Cobra? He like cuts pizza with scissors. He's a cop. It's kind of a Dirty Harry kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel like I can see the box.
Okay,
like I could see the video box.
Yes,
I don't think I ever watched it.
But Cobra, that comes out of they originally offered Beverly Hills Cop to Sylvester Stallone. It was kind of written
instead of Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. They originally wanted Sylvester Stallone to be in it, and then Sylvester Stallone at that time in 1986 said, "Yeah, I'll do it, but I got some notes," and he like rewrote the whole script and changed the guy's name to Marion Cobretti, and he was a badass, and he was this, and it wasn't there, and the producers was like, "What the fuck? This is a whole different movie. We can't. This isn't." This isn't the movie. We sent you a script and you sent us back a different script. And so they said no. And they had 48 hours. But they already had a green light and production ready to go. They had 48 hours to get an actor to shoot the script they had, the producers of Beverly Hills Cop 2. So then someone said, well, I don't know. What about, the Eddie Murphy? He was just in 48 hours. He was just, he's on Saturday Night Live. Let's just see if he'll do it. And so they called him and he showed up the next day, basically. But Stallone took his script that he rewrote Beverly Hills Cop as and turned that into Cobra. Basically, he's like, "Oh, well, it's a real movie. I'll do my movie." I've
done this before.
But George P. Cosmatos is an interesting director, and again, Tombstone. He did with that. I think is actually really good. The Tombstone with Kurt Russell and Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
So that's really good. I'm trying to find where's his son. I mean, he did Leviathan. It was kind of a ripoff. But he's an interesting. Why don't they show his son? I know his son. I mean, let's look up Mandy. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Anyway, now I'm just going down a rabbit hole.
Now we're going down.
Panos Cosmatos. I found shit. Yeah, maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just being racist. Maybe I just thought their names sounded the same.
Who is that was the Mike Tyson's trader, Costamato.
Oh,
Costamato.
Really?
And that's who I keep thinking of.
Okay.
No, just the name. I'm like, what is that? Why does that sound familiar? But it's like Costamato or something.
Yeah. Awesome.
So now this is what I want to end on this.
Yes.
I've been thinking like so much of everything that's going on, of everything we're talking about, I feel like comes to data. Like everyone's talking about the data now.
Oh yeah. He is the son of George P. Cosmatos.
Okay.
Yeah. Panos Cosmato. Okay. Big data.
But that's so much of life that has changed now is that we have data about everything.
Yes.
Like everything is data. Like even, I've got this I've sleep apnea. So I've got this CPAP machine and I have like my CPAP machine.
Oh, it's got data
to give you a report to me through my phone. I was like, hey, so recommendations for your sleep patterns or blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
I don't care.
Why is my machine talking? Like, I don't need texts from my CPAP machine. I just need some air in my nose. That's it. That's all I need. I don't need all the other stuff. Like, well, why don't you go on the app and we're going to go and figure out.
Been trending this way, that way. Yeah.
But even with all of this, like with art, like the art world right now is like all these galleries are getting rid of people because the whole thing is falling apart from the top, like the top part of it. And you're like, yeah, who couldn't see that coming? But also because it's like the data. Like maybe if we invest in this thing, we have the data and then the music industry, right? The same thing. Like everybody has all this data. So everybody thinks that they can predict like the predictive markets and the data and and that I do think like watching these old movies and you're like, wow, who would have known this would have, you're like, yeah, no one knows because there was no data. There was no data. Like we didn't have data. Like you and I couldn't even look up. We would just have this conversation. We'd go like, I don't know. I guess he's the director. Some guy told me one time that I heard that this, and the conversations are so much more interesting when you can just go through and have, I don't know, but interesting is like the way, but like maybe original, like when all of these things, like when you're looking at all of these things that we do, that there's now data involved with everything. Every single thing has a pinpoint of data of like how much you use your phone and how much you and what company can see you. And I think that this is driving people crazy. The data.
There's too much
like
data.
We're not like, we need less data.
Yeah.
We need to show up to things we don't know it's going to happen. We need more randomness just in general. And we need like, even, I can look at where my kids are all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Which is great. Listen, it's awesome when you haven't heard from them for a while and you're like, oh my God, where are they? And you're like, oh, they're at their friend's house, whatever. Totally
helps.
But it also adds extra anxiety as well, that you always want to look. You always oh, I'm going to call to make sure that they're okay. I'm like, how many times do you talk to your parents on the phone? Like every once in a while, your parents would randomly call your friend's house going, is Aaron there? Is he there? I've been looking for, oh, he is? Put him on the phone.
Yeah.
You need to get home. Like, I've been looking for you for a half an hour because we have to go to your grandma's house. Oh, yeah, right. But your parents would be like, well, here's his list. Here's his list of friends. He's got to be within a mile. Here's a list of friends for a mile. I'm going to call all the place. Right. But now, like, there's so much data now. And I kind of feel like it's driving everybody a little nutty because we potentially think we can know everything.
Yeah, that's not good.
Like, you have the ability to know everything.
You think it's expected. People ask you things like, well, don't you know all that?
Yeah. We need to know less. We need to be a little dumber. We need to do dumb stuff. We need to show up places where we don't know what's going to happen. And we need to just call our friends randomly and show up at a random spot and see what happens.
Oh, I love that. I mean, I used to love just the drop by, like come knock on the door kind of thing. I think that one.
Well, all these stories of the touring stories and everything that you're doing, you're getting into, it really does. You remember all of those, like, oh yeah, I didn't even have an answering machine.
People until just show I was up. Like, oh, that's what we're doing 16. Today. Okay.
Like, we didn't have a VCR or an answering machine until I was 16.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, I don't know. And we were fine.
Yeah. I have a funny technology data story. Last night we went out and parked in a big parking garage, and the lady, it was like, okay, you're here for the concert? Like, yeah. And then she's like, okay. And she's like, press the button. She's like, hey, what's your phone number? And I start giving it to her. And Chan looks at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. Like, she gave me, it's like, why are we giving, so I just finished giving the phone number. I'm like, it's not this lady's fault. Like, why do you have to give a phone number to park in a parking garage? And then we were singing the songs, it was like, oh, right. Yeah. Just got to give your number if you want to park. If the parking lot's going to call me later, like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
But sure enough, like, as I left, I did get a text. So when I park in a spot, it texts me the spot number and where I'm at, my location of it. And then we get back to the thing, walk up the stairs, get in the car. And as I'm going through the exit signs, I get another text like, thank you, your parking session has expired with us here. Please return to park with us again. But it was like, I don't think, but I was like, it's probably going to sell me data on where to park next time. Now it's got my phone number. It knows where I parked. Or they're going to sell that data to someone else. Like, hey, this guy likes to park here on Saturday nights. You should send him offers for businesses in the area. Give him an oil. Yeah. He has a car. His phone number is now associated with the car, location, and a place, and a date, and a time. Here's your access point in. How much are you going to pay me for that?
At some point, the data is just not going to be worth anything. I think.
I constantly think that. Like, I have very uninteresting
like how much.
Data. But but on the same way too, we're like, with doing band stuff, I remember early on, like somebody was like, you should start an email list to collect all your fans' emails. And I was like, I don't want all my fans' emails. Like, but then you could send them. You could send them emails. You could send them offers. You could send them like, yeah, I don't want to do that. I just want to play music. I don't care where they live, or even when I look at Spotify or some of these streamer things or royalties, that'll say like, hey, your biggest audience is in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Okay. And second biggest, New York City, and third biggest, London, England. Okay. Oh yeah, Chicago, Paris, Tokyo. Like, okay, well, I think you just named the 5 biggest cities.
All the big cities.
World.
That makes sense.
We're a band like that. Okay. So how is this information?
Guess how many other bands are
big,
super
popular in London?
Important there.
I just feel like whenever I read these reports with like data and stuff, I just feel like it's like this excited, aggressive man voice. Like, hey, what's up? Do you know you have 2 listeners in Indonesia? I don't know. Okay. Again,
I bet you didn't.
Where's the value in that to me? Like, did someone pay you to do this? Someone's getting paid to make all these things and deliver this information to me? Like, I don't need that data is so invaluable to me. I don't have the brain that thinks, wow, okay, so a lot of people in New York like it. Maybe we should go play a show in New York. You know what I mean? Like, is that what my data-driven actions are going to be based on all this data I've been given about my audience segmentation? Do you know 40-year-old white guys in New York City would go pay $40 a ticket to see you play live?
Yeah, I did.
That's what we did. We did that last year.
I could have figured that out.
That's what we could do it again, but it was less people than last time. Can you tell me how to get more people there? No.
It does feel like it's a bit of a data. It's like a data tornado. Like you're always stuck in the eye of the tornado looking out. And then every once in a while you try to go outside and then you just get hit with a bunch of data and goes, don't try to leave. You're never leaving. You're actually never leaving. Just stay in the eye where it's nice and calm. You pay your little fees here and there.
It just feels like a confusion bomb though. Cause it's like, there's no reason, there's not valuable to me. I'm not actually going to use any of that information to make a decision. Or at the same time too, if I wanted to send an email to everybody who ever bought a record of mine, I would be so fucking annoyed to write that email. And I'd be so fucking annoyed to receive that email. You know what I mean? I really like this opt-in, opt-out kind of culture of stuff. I'm just like, I do not want to bother anybody. I hate being bothered. If a band sent me some offer, it was like when U2 put all their fucking records on everybody's phones, like instantly made me hate. Like if I was indifferent or on the fence about U2, I was like, I don't know, it's not really my thing. But the second I had to fucking delete their record, I hated U2. I would never listen to U2 on purpose. I would never go out there. Like it made me from being passively like, whatever, I don't know. They're a band, I guess. Maybe they were cool in the 80s. To then like, I fucking hate this band.
Isn't that funny that's maybe the worst marketing, like one of the worst marketing decisions of all time. And it could have been alleviated by them just having a little button saying, hey, do you want the U2 record on your phone? Click here.
Yeah.
It literally, and then everyone would have been like, that's great.
I have an option to get a free record. Cool.
And half the people probably that got mad that it was just on there, half the people would have probably clicked it just like, oh, I'll listen to that. Cool. Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, I was so pissed. I'm like, get this.
And now every
record on my fucking phone. I don't have any record. I had no records. I had like one track I bought accidentally thinking it was a different band. I was looking for this Captain Beefheart side project called Mallard. It was like members of the first Magic band. And then I thought I was buying that record, but it ended up being this country band called Mallard from a different side. So I had like that one I bought accidentally wrong. I was like, whoa, that's weird. They have this like really obscure thing I can't find anywhere else. Like, I guess I'll buy it here. And it was like, not the right one. I had that. And I think a Sparks album that someone said was good. And then, then this U2 record. Those are my three Apple Music purchases.
Well, and it's funny too now that, because everybody was so pissed of like, I can't believe it. You're putting this record on my phone or whatever. And now every single record in the world is on everyone's phone and no one cares. And U2's got to be like, come on. I mean, like literally every single photo or every single song is on your phone now. And now everybody's cool with it. Yeah. I feel like that was the downfall. Like, I think they were kind of going to be that old band that was going to be like the Rolling Stones or something. It's like, yeah, they just make a new record every couple of years and come out. And that just like, nope, you're done.
Well, I think
no one's going to hear from you.
I think they played the Sphere. I mean, they're doing all like
they're still doing stuff, but it cut them off from being like new.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? Like they were always doing like
I see what you're
a
saying.
new record, even though they were older, and you're like, oh, they were always pushing some kind of technology. I don't know,
right. It's still like they're part of a conversation of a culture, and that was like the end of their relevance.
And then that went just like
nope.
Now everybody just
Legacy
makes fun of Bono for
Legacy.
Yeah. I like a good repeating guitar riff.
I like delay. I like delay on my guitar. I also, my other favorite thing about U2 is that you got Bono, The Edge, and then Larry. Larry Mullins has been in the band and probably makes just as much money as Bono and The Edge do. And he doesn't have to have a dumb name like Bono or The Edge. He can just be Larry.
Yeah. He's like back then he was like, you guys, this punk thing, I mean, I get it. Everybody kind of has a name now, but like we're going to get older someday. I'm just going to stay Larry.
It's going to be Larry. Be honest. That's cool. We're good. Yeah, you guys go be up there. I don't need a hat. I don't need glasses. I don't need a name. I'm just going to be Larry.
Yeah.
Like, cool.
No one will even recognize me, really.
But good on Bono, good on the Edge for never, kicking Larry out of the band. They just kept it going as a band. I mean, I'm sure Bono could have been, Bono the solo artist, but they kept the bass player drummer employed for.
Do you think they gave Larry like options at some point? Like, come on, let's we can do this. Let's think of some good names. Come on, it's your bass. Let's see, what could it be like? Heavy Bottom. No, you guys know.
Oh yeah, you got Adam Clayton is the bassist. Larry Mullins Jr. is the drummer. So, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good. They did it. All right. Well, Bono was born Paul Hewson, and the Edge was David Evans.
Yeah, Paul and David.
Yeah, Paul, David, Larry. There need to be more kids named Larry.
Paul, David, and Larry.
hey guys, we're the band. Paul, David, and Larry. Oh, you too. Okay, see everybody next week. More fun times to come. Summertime. It's heating up.
Hit after hit.
Oh yeah, keep it coming.
Hit after hit.
What are we going to watch next week? What's on our list? That's what we got to figure out.
I don't know.
Okay. Do I have a list pulled up here? I have a bandana harmonization code. That's not annoying, is it? I just keep doing that.
No, it was like it was very soothing.
Loading. Why don't I have our 76 thing? Oh, it's on my phone. That's why I keep looking for it on the computer, but it's on the phone. This is the age. This is the way. Let's see, 19.
How would you like me to help you?
Okay.
I know. I have these reading glasses on, and now I have to wear them all the time.
Right. What about Network? Carrie, Marathon Man, Bad News Bears? What do we feel like? Like Network would be the one that would come.
Let's do Network.
Yeah. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore. That's where that comes from.
Network.
Have you seen it before?
Yeah.
Okay.
But not in a while.
Awesome.
I've definitely watched it later. Like I found out about it.
Sure. I didn't watch it.
Aughts.
Yeah, when I was a kid.
And then I watched it as being a part of a political punk band.
Right.
Had to watch Network.
It's text you need to engage
listening to Amy Goodman. We're like, what's this Network movie they're all talking about?
Got to get in on it, man. All right.
Yeah.
Be well. Take care, everyone. Bye.
All right. See you.